Ankita Chaudhary, and I am a trained Hindustani classical vocalist. It's a delight to all my viewers who have clicked on this video to learn the basics of Hindustani classical music, and thank you PiggyRide for giving me this opportunity. Okay, so what we will learn in this video? It's nothing but the alphabets of Hindustani classical music, so that with those alphabets we can form words, then sentences, then dictation, and then just write an essay. But in Hindustani classical music, the form is alphabets are the 7 notes that we will learn in this video, and then from 7 notes there will be different patterns that we often like to say palta, or in English language it is also known as word. Just like different patterns of the 26 alphabets, right? They are nothing but words, but also in Hindustani classical music the word thing is called as palta. So let's just focus on these two parts in this video. So let's start. What are the 7 notes, or like how we introduce in this amazing journey of Hindustani classical music? They are sa re ga ma pa dha ni. So there are all total 7 notes. Okay. So well, this is not the pattern that we are used to hear, right? Like in Western culture, there is do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, right? But this is just the 7 notes. But there is do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. So often people like mistake that there are 8 notes, but that is not true. The first note and the last note are the same. Like, okay, let's count from this hand. I guess it will be better to understand. Sa re ga ma pa dha ni sa. Well, this is not the 8th note. This is just the first note getting repeated again. Okay, but this is not the practice that we will do. The full practice that is needed is sa re ga ma pa dha ni sa. Sa ni, sa ni dha pa ma ga re sa. So the ascending order and the descending order of the 7 notes is known as the basic practice of Hindustani classical music. So we will do it again, okay? You do it with me, okay? Sa re ga ma pa dha ni sa. Sa ni dha pa ma ga re sa. So this whole thing is our primary practice, okay? So now, what are the different patterns by which we can form words or palta in these among these 7 notes? Well, there are let's take an example, okay? Like 1 2, we will form two lettered, or like two notes palta. How is that possible? Sa re. Let's imagine 1 as sa and 2 as re. Then sa re. Okay. Then again, to form the next pattern, we will have to consider re as 1, and then the next note, that is ga, as 2. So re ga. In this way, we will have to complete until and unless we reach the topmost sa. How is it possible? Sa re. Then re as 1, re ga. Then ga as 1, ga ma. Then ma as 1, ma pa. Pa dha. Dha ni. Ni sa. So it's just a progression that we practice as paltas, or also known as words in English language, to practice and make our throat. This is nothing but just an exercise to your throat muscle so that you can sing in a better way. Okay, let's do it again, and we will also do the return thing. Okay, sa re re ga ga ma ma pa pa dha dha ni ni sa. Then while we are returning, we will have to consider as the topmost part as one. Then sa ni, because while we are returning, right, two will be our ni and one will be our sa. Then again ni dha, ni will be our one, dha will be our two. So because 1 2 was our pattern, right? Ni dha, then dha is one, pa will be our two. Dha pa, then pa again will be our one. Then what is the next note while returning from sa after pa? Right, it is ma. Then pa ma, pa is our one, ma is our two. Then ma again one, ma ga ga re sa. Okay, so the starting point and the end point are sa. Okay, so we will do it again. Sa re ga ga ma pa pa dha dha ni sa sa ni dha dha pa ma ga re sa. Okay, so you might have a question in your mind that there are two sas, but why not two res or two gas or two mas? Definitely, there are an infinite number of notes as long as your voice can reach to them. For example, sa re ga ma pa dha ni, sa re ga ma pa dha. Okay, and we are again while returning from there, da pa ma ga re sa ni da pa ma ga re sa ni dha pa. So there is an infinite trail. Okay, the road is infinite. Just as long as your voice can sing all those notes, it can reach anywhere. Okay, so but why are we using two sas while we are practicing? Because sa is considered as our universal note. Okay, like this is known as a very calm and the most peaceful note of all the seven notes. So, first, while practicing, like when you are starting to practice, when you are just diving into this amazing experience of Hindustani classical music, you have to first learn to say sa, right? Sa. Then comes all the rest of the six notes, right? So that is a very, very important and an universal note. So that is why there are two sas that we practice in a daily basis. Okay. So there are two rays. There are in fact three rays, and there are like infinite number of rays and gas and mas and pas. Okay, all enough of these things. Let's get into another pattern. So last pattern was 1 2. Let's do another pattern like a bit. Let's make it a bit complicated. 3 2 1. Okay. So in our seven notes cycle, right? Three will be ga, right? Because sa re ga, right? So 3 2 1. Ga re sa. Okay. So what will be our next pattern? After ga there comes ma, right? So this will be our three. Firstly, this was our three. This is ga. Sa re ga. So what is our pattern? Ga re sa. Like 3 2 1. Ga re sa. Then after ga comes ma, right? Ma ga re. Then ma comes as 3. 2 is our ka and re is our 1. Let's understand it again. Ga re sa, ma ga re. Okay, understood? Okay, great. So what will be the next pattern after ma? Right, pa ma ga. Let's from the beginning. Okay, let's do it from the beginning. Ga re sa ma ga re pa ma ga. After pa, dha pa ma ni dha pa. So in this way, like there is an infinite number of patterns. You just think of any pattern like 1 2 3 4 4 3 2 1 4 2 3 1 1 3 2 4. We will also cover these in our next videos, and all the complicated patterns we will again practice. So we will see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye bye. Have a nice day.